Welcome to my YouTube channel where I read confessions that you guys send me, and since nobody sent me any yet, I will be reading confessions from Reddit today for now. Today it is going to be coworker confessions, so if you have a coworker confession story that pops in your head that you would like to share for me to read out loud to everyone watching, please go into the link in the description below and tell me your coworker confession so we can all laugh at you. Persistent coworker. My 28-year-old coworker has been trying to pursue me since day one of my employment at our job. I am married, 46, but look like early 30s. Ooh. Cougar. And make it known that I'm not interested in him in that way. My coworker is very charming and handsome, so I feel like he doesn't get turned down that often. I am not going to lie. We do have a lot of chemistry and get along extremely well. He doesn't care that I'm married. And always seeks me out. And I catch him staring at me a lot. I feel like he doesn't even realize he's doing it sometimes. He also is highly flirtatious with me. His confidence and resilient behavior is admirable. And if I was not married, I would be dating him. I am not interested in any kind of affair. I love my husband. Why would you say that? Kind of sounds like you are interested. Sad face. Please give me advice on how to deal with this. I have to work with him, so I don't want to make it a big deal. I do enjoy working with him. He is smart, team player, and we work quite well together. I just feel like he's very attracted to me. I don't want to ruin our work relationship while still keeping our relationship platonic. I'm open to any advice. I hope your husband doesn't see this, or maybe I hope that he does, because what confused me about this is you said if you were not married, you would be dating him, but you're also not interested in an affair. So why would you even put that part in there if you want advice from us for you to get him to leave you alone? Someone give me advice, because I'm confused on what to even say here. Like, maybe just tell him to fuck off and spit in his eye. Just like this. Right in the eye. Boom. That's how you do it. Or, like, act like a dog and bark at him till he goes away. Yeah. Make a scene. Excuse you? Why are you staring at me from across the room? And then all you have to do, get that spit rolled up in your mouth and just spit as hard as you can. And it's gonna projectile right into his eyeball. Like 50 yards spit. Practice at home. That's what you do. I fed my coworkers donuts that fell on the ground, and I don't feel bad about it. One winter day, I was late for work. Upon arriving, I was told to go get donuts. I didn't want to get donuts. The rule is, at my job, if you're gonna be late, get donuts. Unless they're gonna pay for them. I'm not paying for that if I'm late. Are you gonna pay for your gas too? Didn't think so. I had a reason to be late. My wife's car was in the shop and I had to take her to and from work. They knew this. Anyway, I went to the nearest donut shop and got a dozen donuts. Please tell me they gave you the company card or something. I came back, got donuts out of my car, started to walk in, and slipped on ice. All the donuts flew out of the box and into the dirty snow. I thought about getting new ones, but I already was late, so I picked them up, put them back in the box, carefully walked them to where my coworkers were. They ate all the donuts, and I knew they were dirty. I wonder if anyone got sick. Oh well. Well, I feel bad for the coworkers that didn't do you dirty. Did you at least warn your favorite coworker about the dirty donut? But what you should have done instead was buy the box of donuts and then eat them all on the way to work. So when you get there, you give them the empty box because you got hungry on the drive there because you went super out of your way because you were a little late. But this is like, but I will not be trusting anyone with my food ever again. And it's your fault. My coworkers think I'm a heartless asshole for not catering to them anymore, and I couldn't care less. I mean, Good. 29 female worked at a workshop for disabled people, like post-traumatic Down syndrome. Through the specific group I was placed in is more meant for people with mental illness. Oh, I was right. And milder disabilities. Double points for me for guessing. By the way, I did not read the story, I just read the title. So I did guess correctly. That usually don't need that much care and supervision, but would still make working in a normal work environment too difficult. Think burnout, depression, milder forms of autism, ADHD, and stuff like that. Okay, so I was wrong. It was not PTSD. Most of my coworkers are perfectly lovely people, except for the fact that they expect me to be their personal servant on top of having to work for 4 people. Our work has several steps, and I'm the only one who can do step 2 while 4 people do step 1 and 2 people do the last step. What, like stairs? What are they talking about? And while I rush to keep up with this usual work, my coworkers then also expect me to close doors and gates they left open because they can't be bothered to carry their coffee into the break room for them, give out and apply band-aids whenever someone gets hurt, and look over their work to make sure that it's done correctly. They do this less when our boss is there, but in the 3 years he has been our boss, he has been present for maybe a collective 6 months. To give an example that perfectly illustrates the shit I am dealing with on a daily basis, just a few weeks ago, it was seriously hot. Cloudiness sky with 36 Celsius, which is 96.8 Fahrenheit for American readers. How did you know? You're so polite. Thank you. The coworker in question and I were working on separate ends of the work hall, a good 8 meters apart, and said coworker had opened the gate at her end to roll in some materials, but once again she couldn't be bothered to close it again, meaning she was sitting directly in the sun. During break, she came over with me to chat and complained about how hot it was and about how sitting in the sun like that gave her a headache. I commented something like, "Then someone should probably close the gate." Break ended. She went back to her seat without closing the gate, while still complaining to everyone around her how hot and uncomfortable she was. I eventually got annoyed with her and asked her, why didn't she just close the damn gate then? And she gave me this completely shocked look, like a deer in headlights, and said, "I thought you were gonna do that for me?" Y'all, not only would she herself have been perfectly capable of closing the gate, she was also surrounded by 5 perfectly healthy people she could have just as easily asked to close it for her. But no. Every single one of these grown-ass people just looked at me and expected me to leave my swamped workstation, walk the length of the work hall to the gate they were standing right in front of and close the gate and walk back to my seat and continue working. Well, they all just watched me like a zoo animal, which felt frustrating enough if this were something that happened occasionally, like once a week, but this is like several times daily thing, and I'm just exhausted. So two weeks ago, I broke down at work and I was sent home. I went to my GP the next day, and according to him, a breakdown like that, thoughts of self-harm to get out of work included, is worth a whooping 3 sick days. Woo! This poor woman. During the time I was off sick, a bunch of friends who I will love and cherish forever staged an intervention that quickly turned into an establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries for people-pleasing dummies crash course. Once I got back to work, I just stopped doing anything more than I'm being paid to do, which, let's be real, at 1.54 an hour isn't much. Wait, they're making $1.50 an hour? No wonder your coworkers are lazy and don't want to do anything. But that's like not your problem. But why are they paying you nothing? No more favors for coworkers, no more rushing myself to keep up with them, no more putting on a fake smile when people around me are being deliberately obtuse to get out of doing tasks they don't like. My coworkers have become noticeably less friendly to me since then, but I couldn't be happier with that. They're not rude, just don't go out of their way to include me in their conversations anymore, which is completely fine by me. Where do you live? It's not in the US. They don't live in the US. But like, where do they live because you're only making $1.54 an hour? Okay, apparently after reading some of the comments, this person who wrote this in is working at a nonprofit, and that's why they don't make that much. I just want to say, like, do the spit in the eye thing to them if they keep it up. Or just quit your job if you can and work somewhere else that pays you $154 an hour instead of $1. Good luck to you. I hope you become like a pirate or something and you join like the One Piece crew and you get super, super rich. I have one final confession to read for you guys today. I am in love with my coworker. Unfortunately, I, 23 female, am in love with my coworker, 22 male. I didn't want this to happen, but it did. I know it's not the best way to meet someone. He's warm, interesting, handsome, and someone who always makes me smile whenever I think about him or see him. Now I feel this incredible pain seeing him plan dates and barely notice me in the office. Sometimes I feel like he dislikes me, like as if I didn't exist, like as if he knew how I felt about him. We used to send each other Snapchats every day, and it honestly feels like that was the highlight of my day, to see him in an intimate way that only I could see. He recently ended the streak, telling me it was because he was done with the app, but I still see that he uses it. He lied to me. He got bored of me. We used to text about the shows we would watch at the same time. And now he doesn't look me in the eye or respect me enough to consider me a friend. He treats me different from our friends, and I feel it. I know it. I read the best way to get over a guy is being under a new guy. I have tried dating, but I can't stop thinking about him during these first dates. And it ruins the experience, but I know if I keep hearing about him potentially talking about girls he could be talking about, then the pain is just going to get worse. He has been lately teasing me at work, but it isn't enough. It isn't what it used to be, and I miss him. I miss loving him for free. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should tell him and affect my career I love so much, or sit in pain trying to think about what could have been. I just want someone who wants me. I just want the pain to stop, but I love him. Okay, let's just get one thing straight. If he's dating other people and he never asked you on a date, then he's not into you, and you need to spit in that man's eye from across the room. Okay? Charge it up. Charge up the spit in your mouth, and while he's Snapchatting other girls, just spit right in his eye. That's what you need to do. That's the only way you can get over him. Or, okay, maybe this kind of ties in, but you have to give yourself the ick from him. Like, literally set him up to do something, because it does not work if you just imagine him doing something that would give you the ick, right? You have to actually set him up to do something that would give you the ick. Like, give him a donut that you dropped on the floor and watch him eat it. Spit in his eye across the room and watch him, like, freak out, wonder where that came from. Like, trip him and watch him trip down the stairs, or, you know what? Don't do that. Tie his shoelaces together and watch him waddle around like a penguin and act like really confused why his shoelaces were tied together, and pretend like he tied his shoelaces together like he's dumb, and it might make you feel a lot better, and it might help you get over him. That's all I have for today's video that I'm going to read to you. If you agree with any of my advice, please like and subscribe forever. And if you have a coworker confession you would like to share that you just came up with in your head, that's a real story, please subscribe and submit your story, link in description. Goodbye. And if you were the person who wrote these, goodbye. I'm gonna wind it up.